Alright, so we're finding this particular solution, which means if you think of the word particular solution, we're finding something we're finding one solution. We're finding that one equation, that one function. That one is going to be the antiderivative of x squared minus 1, but also go through the point negative 1, 3. Now, like I've always said, I like checklists. Being military, I like checklists. And it's a lot easier to go through this if you have that checklist. Now, here's the deal. You find whenever you hear a particular solution, you say, all right, I got to find C, which means 2, I need initial conditions. Meaning, I need an XY coordinate. Otherwise, if you don't have this XY coordinate, there is absolutely no way that you're going to be able to calculate the C value. If you want to get technical, it's an f of x coordinate. Now, what's the point that we were given? Negative 1, 3. So I know that x is equal to negative 1, f of negative 1 is equal to 3. And I'm going to use that, but I can only use it after I integrate. So what do you think step 3 is? Yeah, integrate. It's like the reverse of computer programming. Instead of C++, we're doing plus C. All right. Now, do we have to do anything fancy to put the integrand into a position or into a form that we can integrate easy, or is it already there? It's already there. So, integrate x squared. What do we get? X cubed over 3? Do you agree? Alright, now integrate negative 1. It's negative x. Or whatever. You could do x over 1. Same thing. Now, what comes last? Plus c. This is f of x. Because f prime of x was equal to the x squared minus 1. So I figured out my f of x. So after we integrate, plug in x and f of x. Well, what's my f of x? 3. That's equal to 1 cubed over 3 minus 1 plus c. Is that something that you are capable of actually figuring out? Alright, 1 cubed is just 1, right? So this is 3 is equal to 1/3 minus 1 plus c. Well, what's 1/3 minus 1? Alright, negative 2/3 plus c. Then what do I have to do? (11/3) equals c. Remember, I don't like mixed numbers, and you don't ever want to put mixed numbers as your answer. You always want to put it as a fraction, or if it's a nice and well-behaved decimal, you can always put it as a well-behaved decimal. A decimal that terminates is what we would consider well-behaved. Repeating, go with the fraction. Just makes it all better. So now, rewrite the particular solution. My f of x, we'll put the predator dots here. Therefore, f of x is equal to, uh-oh. No, that just means this is going to be plus 1, so this is...
Come on, Noah.
Alright, so that's negative 1/3, so this is a positive 2/3, right? Alright. Easy enough, so... Good call. At least one of you guys pay attention. Would you agree that it ends up being 7/3 instead? Because if this ended up being negative 1/3 and that was a positive 1, that's a 2/3. So when I subtract 2/3, 9/3 is 3. So instead of adding 2/3, I have to subtract 2/3. So it ends up being 7/3. So my C is equal to 7/3 due to multiple failures. And I'm looking at all you guys as well because none of you caught it. Well, all but one. Alright, so we'll get x cubed over 3 minus x plus 7/3. This function is your particular solution. This is one of an infinite number of functions whose derivative is x squared plus 1. And if we wanted to test it, just do f prime of x. This would be 1/3 times 3x squared minus 1 plus 0. 1/3 times 3 is 1, so this is x squared minus 1. Did it work?
Yeah.
It did. Did we figure out the C based on what we thought it should be? Yeah, all right. There was a hiccup along the way, but occasionally there are hiccups. We were able to find it. We were able to fix it. So that's a good thing. Just make sure that you're plugging in the right numbers and all that, and paying attention. I just didn't even pay attention to the negative sign. So that's one of those things. How many times has the -1 messed up your math problem?
At least once a year.
It happens all the time, and it keeps happening. Now, let me give you another one. Find the particular solution of All right, now give that one a whirl. That tells you that all the x's have to be positive. Alright, is this in the form we can integrate?
Yeah.
No, so let's change it. What should it be? Alright, now integrate it. So that's 1 over x plus c. Now do you see why we want x greater than 0? What if x was less than 0? What would happen? It would be... You wouldn't be able to... It'd just be all messed up. So now, we plug in our value. 3 is equal to 1 over x plus c. So 3 is equal to 1 over 1 plus c. Does that make sense? Is finding a particular solution mind-boggling? You got a point. You got to plug in there. You find your C. You're done. Rewrite it. You're good to go.